Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, Orlando Brown speaks on the Ravens offense. Now, NFL Live, of course, had Orlando Brown on there. He was talking with me, the Kimes, and Orlowski about the pass game, where the old play calling hindered Lamar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip, and then we're going to break down everything that he said and they said, and we're going to dumpster dive into the entire conversation, okay? So without further ado, let's get this party started.
It's going to help the run game, not just the pass game, because of the spacing. You're finally going to see some light boxes, which Lamar Jackson has seen very few of
course,
during his time in Baltimore. But Orlando, the unsung heroes of this Baltimore team over the last few years have been Patrick Ricard. You remember Nick Boyle was such a good blocking tight end. That's a big part of the reason why this rushing attack has been so dominant. So in your mind, do you think, the run game will benefit from all the space, or do you think you need to see kind of a mix of different personnel groupings to maximize the sort of the potential of what the Ravens do on the ground?
Yeah, I think it's clear. They're going to be in a lot of 11 personnel, one tight end, one back stuff, and they're going to spread guys out. They're going to create nickel fronts, four-man fronts and light boxes, and they're going to force people to play a college-style offense with the space and things that Lamar's going to be able to do with his feet, with the talent that they have at the receiver position, with J.K. Dobbins and everything they'll be able to do, man. They've got an awesome left tackle and my guy Ronnie Stanley. I think sky's the limit for what their offense can be, man. I'll be interested to see how they put it together, how everything will work. But I do feel as though it'll be positive in the run game, just with the way that things will be spread out.
Real quick, one last quick question. Yeah. As a passer, what do we not know about Lamar that you do? Like, what about him as a passer is better than we have an appreciation for?
Yeah, I think, and it's kind of unspoken about, man, but just because he was hindered in the system that he was in, just the way that, things were called. But, he has an incredible feel for the pass game. And you look at his numbers and what he's able to do, especially in between the numbers, on this level in tight windows, is very, very difficult. Now, you've been there. It's still hard to throw, outside the numbers. Very, very hard. But, what he's able to do on this level in 2023, 2019, throwing that ball in between numbers is special.
So that's pretty much what they were saying about it. And what I'm going to say is it kind of breaks down to what some of the other videos that we were making and going over was literally about, right? This notion that you have an athlete with the arm talent of a Lamar and you are literally playing in a phone booth. And the reason why I said literally, and it's no pun intended, because everyone said he has to be Superman for us to win. And they put Superman to fight in a phone booth. So what they're going to do with this is with 11 personnel, pretty much, 3 wide receiver sets, stuff like that, is going to spread teams out. You're going to have to play the Ravens in nickel. You heard what they were specifically saying. Light boxes, light fronts, pause. And for anybody thinking, that just matches up better to Lamar Jackson's speed. No, it does not. Because then you're going to have to worry about JK or Gus. And if Lamar keeps it and hits up that middle seam, those small bodies against those big linemen are going to get mowed. So these are the things that we've been talking about for how long? I'm actually happy that he's having people come to his defense about it, because it's like, I've been called by a lot of people not knowing football, and I laugh because I know the workings of how an NFL offense is built, how it's played, how plays are called, how you string plays together. Like, I understand it very thoroughly. And it also helps that my brother is a coach, which a lot of y'all do not know. Yeah, y'all don't even know that. My brother's a football coach and played football. So I laugh at that sometimes. But when you're looking at everything in its entirety for this team, the sky is the limit, because they got away from that heavy personnel package that featured Nick Boyle and Patrick Ricard. Got that out of here. And guess what else they got out of here? Greg Roman. Out of here. So we don't got to worry about bad play calling, slow feet. Yeah, they're immovable objects, but immovable objects, for all of how big and strong they are, they can't move. They're not nimble. And that's what we had on this team. Lamar's going to be able to pick where he goes. And on top of it, to make it worse, the flip side of that is that it gives the receivers more area to work. Because when you are talking about a Mark Andrews, a Lamar, and a J.K. Dobbins, they're going to suck in all of the defense to the middle of the field because they know Lamar's favorite target is who? Mark Andrews. They know that they love to still run the ball. So they're going to say, well, go to the outside. But now you have outside guys that can consistently, operative word, consistently beat press or man coverage and can get yak. That word that has been almost an allergen to the Ravens team. Yak. Yards after catch. Listen, we've been almost non-existent in yak. It's been sad. You have guys on this team now you can literally just throw a 5-yard pass to, and they could take it the distance. What's that Hercules Disney song? I can go the distance. I don't care how far. If I can't be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I will go most anywhere to feel like I belong. And that's what we're going to have on the offense. Don't y'all get it? That's why I'm so happy. That's why I'm so joyous. That's why I'm so jovial. That's why. Because we've been screaming at our screens for years for this. Literally, this was me at my screen. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That was me all the time at my screen. Literally looking like I'm catching a stroke every single Sunday. Because this team was not playing to their actual strengths. They were doing everything the hard way. But now what they're going to do is they're going to accentuate the pass game, which is going to make it easier for them to run. Because eventually you're going to have to understand that there's going to be light boxes. And those safeties, those corners, for as quick as they might be, they're not going to want to see a Ronnie Stanley, a Linderbaum, a Falele coming at them full speed, going, looking like the indomitable juggernauts. And that's what we're going to have. And eventually they're going to be like, man, they're running the ball. We're going to have to go into our base package, which you already know, 2 linebackers on the field. Then it's, time to eat them up in the pass game, baby. Mark Andrews over the middle, baby. We're going deep, baby. Pause. And that's how we're going to get it done. Listen. This team's ceiling, even with the lack, because look, as much as we are looking at this team and saying, man, we have so much stuff to look forward to for the team, our wide receiving core is not on the level of a Miami or a Cincinnati, but it's good enough that these guys can threaten and stretch and strain and pressure any NFL defense. And that's what's scary. Because most teams' ceiling is right here. Baltimore has never realized its true potential. That's why it's so frustrating being a fan. Because they have never truly recognized it. And even now with what they have, Lamar still has never had Chase. He's never had a Justin. He's never had a Devontae. A Tyreek. He has never had none of those guys. We're hoping Zay becomes something like that. We are hoping that Bateman can stay healthy and become something like that. But these other teams have that at the premium. And even with Lamar having less than his contemporaries, because now you have given him something to work with, now we're going to get to see just how good Lamar can be. And I truly think that the sky is not even the limit. I don't even think the outer bands of our atmosphere is the limit. I don't think that Mount Olympus is the limit. I truly think that this team can become an absolute new age dynasty. And I'm talking winning 2 straight, maybe losing 1, maybe losing 2, then coming back and winning 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm talking 4 or 5 championships. 4 or 5 championships in 7 or 8 years. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? But we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see if this team can put everything together. But look what Orlando was saying. And I'm telling you, he's telling Cincinnati, they said, look, man, listen, man, Lamar was killing people in a box with no receivers. You're going to give him better receivers, and now he can spread you out. And we've already seen him when he spreads people out. When he's allowed to go up-tempo, fast break offense. He's unstoppable! Now it's time to do it for an entire 17-game season. And then the playoffs. And then the Lombardi. Which we will rename the Lamardi. Bars. But as you already know how we do this, that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. You know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. Really do remember, like, subscribe to the notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. Just be respectful when you leave them, and we have no problems. And if you would like to donate to this channel to help it grow, especially monetarily, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code. That's to the Cash App. You can find the Cash App in the description of every video that we do, and the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Also available now in the description of every video that we do is the Patreon. If you want behind-the-scenes access, being able to contact me directly, you want sweepstakes, you want fantasy football, that's how you do it. It's a great deal, and I think it's going to be worth it, especially when the league and the regular season starts back. But once again, this is the Wunderkind Show. This show is Nacho signing off, and as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here.